Hello, crypto miners. We are delighted to present to you another very special AMA here at Crypto Miners. My name is Mary, and I will be hosting the Terra Luna Classic. And from Terra Luna Classic, we have, well, now I don't really know. We have Vegas, we have Rex, and Rex123. And guys, maybe you can present yourself a little bit better. Very welcome here. It's lovely to have you.
Hi everyone. We have just a quick correction. We are indeed working to raise the Luna Classic project, but we are part of an organization, of a voluntary organization that is Terra Rebels. So that being said, yeah, I'm Vegas, and then we have Rex is here, and then we have Rex Soros that is lead of marketing. And today I believe that Edward cannot come, and was by my mistake not advising him to come earlier. But yeah, I believe that if he has some time, he will join us as well on this AMA. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's lovely to have you. We are delighted. So let's start by a little brief introduction of yourselves, maybe, so we can get to know you a little bit and your experience in the crypto world. Not too long though, because we have much to cover, I think.
I think I can start here a little regarding crypto. I'm connected to crypto for a long time. I would say almost from the beginnings, Bitcoins, Litecoins, whatever. Then I went involved a little with Ethereum, and because of I was involved with Ethereum, knowing that Ethereum was going to be a proof of stake, I started studying the best projects that I could find around that type of utility. I found Luna, and just after a while of finding Luna, I realized that all of this was happening, that crash, that depeg, all of that. So I realized that we need to do something as a community. I was lucky enough to find more members of the community that were thinking the same way, and now we are here. Yeah.
Very nice. One of the Rexes, maybe.
Yeah, I'll jump in if you like, and I guess I'm quite new to crypto. Well, I say new to crypto. I'm new to being involved in it. One of my sons, about, I don't know, best part of 15 years ago, we started mining Bitcoin, and I used to aggravate him, and he kept saying, "Come and get involved in this," and he was just mining it to use for his Steam games, and I just used to laugh at him. How daft was I, eh? But anyway, there you go. You know,
You're not laughing now, are you?
Yeah, I'm not laughing now, indeed. Yeah, you know, listen to 6-year-olds. That's what I say. They'll inherit the world. Yeah, I mean, God knows, he must have thrown away hundreds of thousands of pounds on Steam games. Well, I mean, he obviously enjoyed them. Hopefully it was value for money. Yeah, so moving forward, my own kind of introduction was, I used to have a personal trainer, and his good lady was from Russia, and they'd sold their house in Moscow. And then with what happened with the invasion by Russia, she tried to get her money out, and she couldn't get it out, so she used Bitcoin and crypto to get it out. And the penny kind of dropped with me, and I thought, crikey, you know, this could issue kind of issue in, if you like, mass adoption of cryptocurrency. So I got really interested in it, and I tiptoed into Bitcoin, and I was working out, you know, methods for kind of trading it, and, you know, strategies which, you know, some had a bit more merit than others, if merit's the right word. Maybe luck's a better word, I don't know. But as part of that kind of analysis, I stumbled across Luna, working from the point of view that, you know, if something dropped down one day, it's probably going to go up the next day. You know, there wasn't much more than that. I was trying to work out some logic to go along with it. And of course, I kind of nailed myself to the mast of Luna, and I followed it all the way down to 8 zeros. And then it became massively intriguing. So I kind of reached out trying to work out whether there's anybody behind Terra Classic, if you like, in terms of helping rebuild it. And I was watching no end of YouTubes and just hearing people kind of hemorrhaging away from it. And cutting a longer story short, I came across Vegas, or he came across me, and he kind of dropped me into the Terra Rebels kind of Discord, and so I blame him for all my kind of hassle for the last 4 months. I was having quite an easy life up to that, but joking aside, it's been one hell of a journey, and it's really opened my eyes to the community that we've got within Terra Classic and how important that is for the wider crypto world. And I think where we are at the minute is we are all embarking on bringing crypto to the masses and certainly bringing confidence back to it as well. So it's a very interesting journey that we're all sharing, I believe.
Great. Thank you.
All right.
And Rex now,
My
1, 2, 3. The other Rex, I mean, sorry.
Yes, sorry. I don't have a long story like that, but I probably got into crypto roughly around less than 2 years. I haven't been heavy into it. I was more heavy into stocks. And then when the bear market hit, I just stopped investing altogether. Then my brother told me about a crypto crash. I came across Luna. I started reading up about it. And then I decided, like, all right, maybe it's just time to start looking for a new opportunity. Then, so I started reading into Luna. Then I came across the Terra Rebels Discord. There I joined. Over time, they made me a moderator. And then I started working more closely with, the TR teams. And then I got introduced to Vegas, and I've been pretty much hooked since on, this whole journey that we're all going on. It's been pretty interesting and a lot of, it's been pretty stressful to say the least.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
It's certainly been busy, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty stressful.
This last 3-4 months, it seems like years. It's like well, they're very, very intense. When I was just mining Ethereum or Litecoin or whatever, I was just one of the rigs just went down. Okay, whatever. But this is completely different. this is a different. Yeah.
But can you tell me just very shortly the history so far of Luna then, and where we stand now? Where is Luna now? On the starting point to something new, I guess.
So I believe that what you are saying is true. We are not in the middle. We are not in the end. We are in the beginning of something new. I believe that 4 months ago, when the hyperinflation entered in place with the depeg of USDC and Luna, regarding who was to blame, if it's a code problem or whatever, or an attack. That doesn't matter now. It matters that the community got united to do something, and the way that this community got united to fix a problem was never done before, and I see this as pioneers in crypto. Not just Terra Rebels, but the whole community itself is doing an amazing job to make this a reality. So yeah, I believe that we are on the beginning. I don't know if you are in pair with all of the things that are happening with Luna Classic, with all of this thing of the burn, of the tax, of bringing the proof of stake back to work. Is already talks about.
I've read a bit, and there are lots of information out there for people to go through if they want. I'm more interested, I think, now of the future, and also about you guys. You said you are from Luna Rebels. Was that correct?
Terra Rebels.
Community. You call yourself that? That's cool. So what is it you do now? Are you going around having like AMAs like this to raise awareness about this new beginning? This
is of course is part of raising awareness that what the community is doing is important, and what is being done on the project itself. But more than that, for example, this week one parameter change was activated. I believe that was this week. I got lost off the track. of time now. But what I'm trying to say is that that parameter change, as simple as it might seem, involve a lot of third parties, like the apps, exchanges, decentralized exchanges, protocols, whatever. So all of that, it creates a layer of difficulty to implement this burn-on tax. On top of that, all of this new implementation has to be studied and understand the impact of a tax like this being implemented on a chain, because we can have the two sides of the coin. One is can make the chain slightly more expensive to work. The other one is that we have to do some kind of burn, because everyone knows that when was the DPEG, a lot of Luna was minted, and we had to solve that out before we even try to go to solve the big problems like repegging USDC or IBCs or the swaps, reorganizing all of that. So
but
yeah,
that is your plan to go back to where it were. Is that your plan, or?
No, first of all, it's not my plan. Nothing is my plan. It's the plan of the community. So the beauty, the beauty of this, the beauty of this coin, of this project is that the community is taking hands on it. You know, Terra is just helping the community fulfill their vision, and they want to, yes, they want to be like they were before, but they want something more. Yeah, Terra have a lot of the best developers in the world. Edward, that unfortunately today is not here, but Zaradar as well, and so many others that we have, Marventos as well, for example. We have so many others there that are working, and they are working on making this vision a reality. At the same time, they suggest as well some different views, and if the community is on par with that, of course, they will try to implement this. Talking about a proper roadmap at the moment is something that we cannot completely be comfortable saying that we're going to do this exactly on this date and that date, because things are still being created. One thing that people have to remind that is this group, the Terra Rebels, that is trying to implement the vision of the community, they are all volunteers, and that makes things a little more hard, of course.
Yeah. So moving forward now, what is the time plan, or what do you believe is the time plan? When can what do you say, the reputation of Luna be restored again? When will people trust you again?
Yeah, I think if I could just add something there, I think in terms of kind of trusting it, it's a very interesting choice of words, and something that the Terra Rebels have been very adamant about is our neutrality. As Vegas said, you know, it's we don't make the decisions. We kind of facilitate the community to be able to make them decisions. So as part of that, we managed to get staking and delegating up and running again, and actually re-establish governance. So it's actually a truly owned layer one coin. You know, there's nobody, TFL don't have control of it. You know, Docon, nobody does. The community has it, and I think that is a massive.
I think.
That's a massive step forward. And if you think, you know, where we came from before the, if you like, the DPEG and the you know, the death spiral, let's call it, to actually get back to where we are, that's a fantastic achievement. And you know, Terra Rebels, you know, they've done, you know, obviously a massive amount of coding towards that, but it's the community that's done it. It's the community that refused to die and says, no, you know, we're not, you know, walking up or just giving up. We're here. We want this to survive. We want it to live and thrive. So in terms of the confidence element, I think the confidence element's there. It's just letting the wider community of DApp investors actually realise that. Hence, you know, some of these, you know, AMAs and what we're doing to market it. So there is changes ahead or I say changes ahead planned. Then we're kind of exploring ideas to how we can improve the functionality of the chain and bring it up to parity with, you know, Luna version 2 and so on. So there's some really good ideas there. But what we don't want to be perceived as doing is taking control. That's the last thing the Terra Rebels are doing. We're facilitating community control and delivering the wishes that the community decides, and that just revolves around people making governance proposals, discussing them, consulting with them, and then the community votes on them. And we do our best to, where it's regarding code changes and so on, to implement that.
So how does it work with this voting system? Because it sounds very nice, it sounds very good, but does it actually work? I mean, those who have most, do they have more votes, or, I mean,
okay,
who is really deciding this stuff?
Okay, so we have a governance system technically where since we're proof of stake, you could stake your coins and then to a validator within our blockchain, and then you can vote accordingly. So we have just like proposals that we could throw out. We make aware to the community, hey, we threw this proposal up, vote or speak to your validators and vote accordingly. Let's just say if we wanted to throw in a proposal to add more taxes or something like that, right? He was like, okay, here, community, we decided that we're gonna make this proposal to implement within our blockchain to do this and that. So speak to your validators and vote on this proposal accordingly. As far as the validators go, we consider them to be the guardians of the blockchain.
So anyone can basically come up with an idea to bring it forward, and then you get votes on that idea.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Is it
No,
Yep.
everyone can do that. So the governance can be done by us, by you, by everyone on the community. So everyone can just raise a proposal. Normally, should be fundamental on the Agora forum that Agora Terra Classic forum, I believe that is the name. So to be a little more solid, to open to discussion for the community, and then this is the normal way to do it. Is you do that forum to raise the discussion with the community, and then you raise a proposal. This being said, everyone can do the proposal, can arrive there and say, okay, I believe that this is the best way for the chain to move further, and then like Rexarus was saying, the validators, they will vote in conform with what their delegators want and what they believe that is good for the chain or not. Again, the validators are the guardians of the chain, so they will not always vote in a way that they believe that it will be good for the chain itself as well. But yeah, in the end, the governance is everyone on the community can vote. So in reality, this coin is not from anyone; it's from the whole community. Everyone can have a vote. Everyone can propose something. So this is a real community project in reality. I think is the biggest one, and the one that is true to that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone maybe can't do different different questions that they want to raise. I mean, they have to have some members behind them, and there in every project, as far as I know, there are whales or core holders or diamond holders, diamond hands. I guess those have maybe more to say than others, or would you disagree on that?
I understand your point. So in terms of the whales, yes, we have a problem of the whales being stacking too much with this validator or that validator. Let's say it like that, and with that they can change a little the vote of that proposal. In the end, yeah, I believe that is more people from the community, more people like us than whales at the moment that have stakes with the validators that they are able to vote. So if you see, for example, on Binance and other big exchanges, you see a big volume of LUNC, and on staking that is not the same reality. So I believe that what is happening on staking, or what are the coins that are staked on the validators on the nodes, they will be close to to 90–80% maybe from the community, not just from whales. Until now, I didn't saw anything that I could say, okay, the whales are playing the votes here, because every time that the community raises some proposal, and sometimes it seems a little, okay, that's too much, but you see that the community is voting, and if it was the whales controlling manipulating that vote, you will say that being stopped with a no, with a veto straight away, and that's not the case. So until now, and I'm pretty sure that the votes that we are getting are from the true community, not just from a couple of whales.
And I think if something I can add to that as well, it's I'm not sure how familiar people are with validators, and I try to distill things down to very kind of simple principles. If you think of the validators as being political parties, and if you think of people staking as being the members of those parties, then the validators, if you like, as those political parties, vote on whether they approve of certain proposals. So, if you like, it's the validator and how they consult with their members that helps them determine or influences their kind of political kind of direction. And I think this is a really important point, is bear in mind that this is proof of stake, and you kind of vote by staking, if you like, your money. You've got a vested interest actually in the best outcomes of the chain. So for somebody to stake, you know, if you had a whale there and was staking against kind of a governance proposal, if that proposal was to bring a positive outcome to the chain, then you'd be quite foolish to kind of vote against it. So I think when you consider all those kind of elements together, there's a kind of major arguments for how this system works positively for the whole community.
Yeah, can't it be like also a problem if there's like a big question, like maybe this burning mechanism is pretty big, I think, with different opinions, and some people want this higher, some want it lower or get rid of it, and how do you like, I mean, yeah, the voting system, and those who are then against, if they are too big, can't that be a problem? Big crowd, I mean.
Go on, Vegas.
So, I don't know if I understand very well the question, but
sorry.
talking about the burn itself, yeah. First of all, it's very early for us to understand the implications that all of this is going to have in a close future or even in a long future. It seems that it's working. So we are on a week now of having the taxes on chain. Off-chain is still very early to understand exactly what is going to happen. We saw yesterday some announcement from Binance, another announcement from Max. I believe that we have one from El Toro as well. It's very early to understand exactly what is going to happen with the volume or with all of that. This being said, I believe that yes, the whales, they believe that they don't really like the burn because it takes a big chunk from their part. But at the same time, this has a cap, so it's not going to annoy a lot the big whales. It's going to annoy. In the reality, we as a community are going to pay more tax than the whales. Normally, the whales they don't even transfer that much. So we are prepared, yeah. And when I say we, is because everyone on this community even voted on a proposal that was not done by me. It was the 4973, if I'm not mistaken. That is basically fundamental more even the principle that people want for the sexes to implement this off-chain, and that was voted with 99%. If your concern about the whales was real, you will see 99% of no's, but no was 99% of yeses. So even that is like a very, very, very gray area, and an exchange implement a tax that is not forced to. Only the community that has the power to try to enforce it in some way. And you saw that no whale voted against it. Yeah,
and I guess it's I mean, it's probably the right way to go. I mean, everyone wants their Luna say to be more valuable, and that can't happen as long as there are too many, I guess. So people
So the
might
one of
understand.
it's a lot of problems with the chain. Just remember that the chain was declared dead at some point, yeah. And today is the chain that everyone talks more around the internet, around Twitter, around Telegrams, Discord groups, whatever. Luna Classic is trending in every single place, and that's all started when the community saw one flag that they could identify themselves with. That was the burning initiative. That burning initiative was to try to mitigate the problem of overminting, because one day was 300 million coins, if I'm not mistaken. The next day was 7 trillion. It's not like something that was minting over time. No, that was a minting overnight. So everyone, of course, he got upset. More things happened. The DPEG, the swap mechanism, the main utility getting stopped, the proof of stake. All of that things, they stopped from one day to another. And of course, the community saw this burn as the first initiative to start bringing the coin back to the right place that it should be. Then we have the proof of stake, that is the main utility, and then we have the swaps, the IBCs, the peg with USDC. We have the third parties utility that, to be fair, we are overwhelmed with so many applications to work with the chain, so many protocols or different apps or NFTs that they want to work on the chain. I believe that the burn is a big thing, is a very controversial situation. So a lot of people think that it's going to work. A lot of people think that it's not going to work. In the end, was the thing that it put everyone working to make something bigger, yeah, to make something possible. And today we are talking about burn, we talk about utility, we are talking about even the repeg, the swaps, fixing the swaps forever. I don't know, so many things. And all of that, it was raised because everyone was carrying the flag of the burn. So I believe that some people, they will not like it. Some people, they like it. A lot of people like it. I myself personally believe that we have to give time for this for us to understand the real implications of the burn tax.
I read somewhere that you, or maybe not you, but people think that it will take like 3 to 5 years for Luna to get back up where it belongs, according to those people.
That 3 or 5 years will be absolutely brilliant if we can get 3 or 5 years to raise a project that was completely dead, yeah, to again to I don't know, to the first 10 of CMC, yeah. It's like that will be absolutely brilliant. If we ignore completely every FUD, yeah, completely, that might be a year. If we do the calculations from both sides, that could be more time, you know. The question here is that the question of the thing here is that the burn tax, yeah, is not the only thing that is going to be applied, yeah, or is on the ideas of people that we can do. So even swaps or even the repeg of USDC, all of this, they can burn coins much quicker. For now, this is the mechanism that we are applying to see if it works, and let's study this mechanism. After that, other things are going to come. And this timing of making the coin big again or not in 3 or 5 or 3 months or whatever, we have no idea how long it's going to take to recover the whole thing.
So moving back to this voting system, how transparent is it? Can people know who voted, or? Yes,
everyone can see the wallets that are voting. Everyone can see the validators. One of the big, for example, the validators itself, they have to get some ways of raising more delegations, so more staking. So they use one of the weapons that they have is to support the community. So the one thing that they can use is the vote as a marketing tool as well. So yes, it's super transparent.
Mm-hmm. And I have to ask about this guy Du Kwon. Is he still part of Terra Luna Classic?
No. So
No.
as I know, yeah, we got some contacts with him in the past. We have we still have some contacts with TFL, but as I know, he's not even part of TFL. That is what I know, and this is a personal view. I'm not even going to connect this to Terra Rebels. But yeah, on the beginning was we were having some brainstorm ideas, but as 2 weeks ago, whatever, he's completely radio silence with us. So he's no longer part of anything of this now.
And I think though quality can be, people's perception can be quite polarizing. And I think predominantly within, if you like, our organisation, the prevailing view is that we're not actually too bothered about him. It's what we're bothered about is actually bringing Luna Classic back to where it was before and taking it beyond. Because you know, whatever happened in the past, you can't do anything about that. But what you can do is influence the future. And you know, we've got, you know, if you think of it as the chain, fundamentally, there was nothing wrong with it, really. It was just, you know, an event over a couple of sort of days that, you know, caused the kind of death spiral. So effectively, it's not like you're rebuilding a car from scratch. You're just putting the wheels back on and, you know, tinkering about with it. So, you know, we've got, you know, this fantastic kind of project as a chain that is, well, it's alive and kicking. And, you know, if you think of it in terms of, a vehicle, we've just said some of the passengers that have climbed off because, you know, they was told that it was dead. Whereas, you know, in reality, it just needed the wheels putting back on, and we've put them back on.
Mm-hmm. So now you're rolling. That's good. So what
Absolutely.
would you say is the what is the biggest obstacle for you to get back up there now? Is that the burning, or is it something else? Or
I guess it's a series of things. I mean, burning is pretty much a current priority, just to, you know, increase value, just naturally. But as I would say, it was more of like utility. If we could get utility back in the chain, like how this chain used to have it, then it would naturally just increase its value. People are going to want to use this blockchain. They're going to want to use the coin just to for utilization. Vegas, you want to add anything to that?
No, not really. I think you guys said it all here.
the utility now, if I go to your web page, I could also see that there are other projects building on Terra at the moment, right?
It's a lot, yes. It's a lot that are trying to work with us. Is like I said just a little before. We are getting a lot of applications to get the support of Terra Rebels to help them work on the blockchain of Luna Classic. Some of the old protocols, the apps, they want to come back as well to work with us. This being said, I advise every app, or even if it's some decks here, to go to Terra Rebel Discord and try to raise your hand there and to see if someone can support you. Because, for example, on my Twitter today, I got 155 messages. So, and most of them are about new projects that want to work with Luna Classic. And myself, I'm overwhelmed. So even all of these ones, if we bring them to TR, it's going to be difficult to help them all. You know, we have to try to find a way to create a system that everyone can, if they want to work with us, is going to be a simple way of doing things. This being said, is part of the roadmap of TR to create a system that is Zaradar that is working on that. that is an amazing system. That is like if you are already part of Luna V2, for example, and you don't have the means to change again all your codes to work with a new blockchain like Luna Classic, is creating a new version that is the Rogue One. So basically, is going to put the two chains in pair. So if you are already working on a Luna V2, then it will be easy for you just to migrate to Luna Classic because they will be the same code. So that will facilitate for new utilities to come on board and work with us. But that is still it's not tomorrow that is going to happen. But yeah, it's still on the roadmap. So in terms of utility, we have a lot of utility at the moment. We will have much more. Yeah, we have the main utility that is the proof of stake. So the coin itself has the utility of proof of stake that is very important with a governance system that is transparent and very unique. And then we have the third parties, new third parties that all want to work with us. That to be fair, there are a lot. So I believe that utility is coming and is going to be very, very, very big. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, good to know. So I see we have lots of hands raised in here with people have questions, but I would ask you guys to send your questions to me, and I will see if there are any good questions. I will ask them to the team. Okay, so get on your fingers writing to me. I won't unmute you. We don't have any rewards today anyway, so we are just very pleased to have Terra Luna here and tell us about their future. So let's see. So do you think that the ongoing case with Do Kwon, will that affect the price?
I guess
Hello.
I'll take it because. Hello?
Yeah,
It's hard to answer maybe, but.
So, hello?
Vegas, we can hear you.
No. Yeah, I'm going to be very quick on this one. So one thing that don't think is wrong, but we as a Terra Rebels organization, we don't like to discuss price in deep. I believe that, like we said before, the two things are disconnected. DK and Luna Classic, they are not one; they are two separate things. Even DK and TFL, they are not one as well. So I believe that some people might see that this is true. I don't see it, but that being said, we don't talk a lot about the price when we are talking about this project, because this project is more about what we can do with the project, and the price is going to be a reflection of if we do things right or not.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well said. So, what if a validator is discovered to be dishonest? What penalty would they face?
So with things like that, it's we could bring awareness to the community that are currently staking with them, where we have a governance system where it's called, you can delegate your coins to them. So if we find that a validator is trying to be a bad actor, will spread awareness, and people currently delegating to them could instantly redelegate to a different validator, making them lose their voting power, where they will have no effect on governance.
Yeah, it's like Rexar was saying. Yes, so the community has a big part here, but is another system that is a security regarding the validators. Is a thing that is called jails. So if like Rexar was saying, the validators, they are the guardian angels of the chain. That being said, they have to guard each other out as well. So if someone decides to, I don't know, to play around with the delegations or start voting in a way that you see that is not good for the chain, that to be fair, that cannot even happen because we have a security of not one validator cannot hold the whole chain. So you have the security that Edward did an amazing and massive job securing the network in terms of governance and network attacking. That being said, the other validators, if they spot some bad actor, they can simply just the network itself can just jail that validator until it can argument why it was doing this or that. So yeah, it's a system in place already on the network that is called jailed.
That's good. Okay. That was from the audience, that question. I have one more here. It says, I read that Terra's 1.2% tax burns has become live on September 20th, but crypto exchanges Huobi and BTCX are the ones who are supporting 1.2% tax burn plan. Binance has decided not to apply for Classic's tax burn plan. So how will the team ensure other big exchanges accept it?
So, can you just repeat what were the exchanges that are already accepting the 1.2% that he says there, if you don't mind?
Huobi and
BTCX.
Yeah.
BTCX. Okay, that's good to know.
BTCX.
But yeah, I know, yeah.
According to this member, I don't know.
No, it's good. Let's put it this way: we are not doing the Classic. Yeah, we are trying to save the project. And one of the things that makes this work is that the community has many eyes, and sometimes they see things that we are not seeing. This being said, yeah, Hobby, we are in connection with them. But I can add here that, for example, Max C Global yesterday announced that they were extending the 1.2% tax burn on spot trading. But for example, Binance itself yesterday reacted to the AMA that we got in the morning, and is going to do a votation system. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a votation system that if enough people want that to go further, yeah, they will vote, and the way that they vote is that they are going to do the spot tradings with the 1.2% fee, and if is enough people doing that, then they will decide what to do. So in terms of the success, nothing is lost. A lot is being talked, but this being said, the success are one part of the plan, not the big part of the plan. Okay.
Okay, that's good. So, what other things are you integrating or trying to do to shift the mindset maybe of some people who saw the crash and might think Luna is dead, as you said, and which we can see it's not now, but maybe you are still working towards that to shift people's mindset.
So I understand that one of the big problems with this chain is trust. Like you said at the beginning of this AMA, you talk about trust. One of the things that is on top of the table is declaring independence completely from TFL. That involves getting the servers to do the endpoints and a couple of other stuff as well. That will completely separate us from TFL, yeah. And that being said, TFL is not owned by DK anymore. But at the same time, we'll bring a little more trust to the community to know that the chain is completely independent from us or from TFL or from any DK or whatever. That I believe that itself will make the trust come from 0 to 100% very very easily. Other stuff that are on top of the table, like I said before, is the Rogue One. Yeah, is a couple of other stuff like the IBCs, the swaps, fix, the repeg. All of these things are on top of the table. The repeg of USDC is a so sensitive problem situation that we have multiple teams trying to find the best solution. For that at the moment is a couple of really good solutions that are on top of the table, but we just want to make sure that the one that we bring to the community is the best solution ever, and this needs a lot of mathematical exercises to make sure that all is going to work perfectly and we don't have the same problem that we got previously to all of this crash.
Very good. So I also read that you are collaborating now with Cosmos, or you're building on Cosmos, or can you explain that a little bit?
Maybe this would be a better question for Ed, huh?
Yeah, it will be a better question for Ed, but yeah, this,
You can take it to
as
Ed,
I know, yeah,
and
as
come
I
back
know that,
another day.
yeah, as I know, we are from the beginning, so yeah.
No, it's all right. Because yeah. What was it before? If it's Cosmos now, what was it earlier then?
It was Cosmos.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it hasn't changed.
I think regards to Cosmos, it's about altering the code so it brings it up with parity with the new kind of sort of up-to-date kind of versions of it. I think that's my understanding of it. Like I say, Ed's the technical genius there. It's we just following his footsteps, I think.
Are talking about sorry, I believe that you are talking about osmosis. It's not osmosis, the name of the dudes, but if we are talking about the same dudes, yes, that is true. Is being created another partnership with some dudes that they were here from the beginning. They create the apps. They work on Cosmos before, and yeah, that partnership is being created with Terra Rebels and them as well. Yeah.
Okay. So I have another question here. Let's see. Now, someone is asking more of the use cases. So what kind of use cases are existing now?
Well, we've been doing some research in this, and because there's just so much utility there, it's actually hard to get a grip of how much there is. I mean, the latest research that we
did. Tell
me
your favorite then. Your favorite utility.
God, that's a good question. It is already have favourites as such, but there's all, yeah. I mean, there's various things from NFTs to developing use case in terms of the it being a if you like a money source for using in the metaverse. There's kind of saving protocols and investments ones. There's I'm not sure if I didn't say NFTs. There's all sorts, but I think I would like to see the utility improved to, and then what we're kind of pushing for is that it becomes, if you like, a new cash. So you've maybe got something like Bitcoin has been the gold standard, if you like, as reserve, but Terra Classic becomes your everyday cash that you use for whether it's kind of buying clothes or whatever it may be. And there is some projects coming on and that have been worked on where you can make that jump from, if you like, Web 2 to Web 3 in terms of the kind of normal everyday purchasing that's carried on. So there's I can't think just off the top of my head, but there's various places where you can just use Luna Classic as a payment method, and I think that's where it will really take off, because then you start to have an everyday use for it rather than more of a casual and entertainment type use for it, if that kind of makes sense.
I will add that the main utility that I love on this project first is the utility of the coin itself. That is the proof of stake. Second is the mechanism of swaps. It's brilliant that you can swap USDC directly with Luna Classic or with other tokens on the chain as well. That is slightly unique to the chain. So that is absolutely impressive.
Very well. So moving ahead now, the future. Let's talk more about the future. You're going through different channels and talking about Luna Classics to raise awareness, right? Like you're now here with us. And what else is in the marketing well, what's coming marketing-wise? What are you guys doing?
So here, I think Rexis and Rexalis can say a little more, but I can just add that things like the website, the merchandising that is being created, all of that will create a little more awareness as well in terms of marketing. But I think they can add a little more on this.
Yeah, just to add on to what Vegas said. Primarily, for my role at least, we're just expanding into different social medias just to, help bring awareness, build communities. That's pretty much it for now. I mean, because we haven't really got it started yet. Like I said, we've been pretty stressed out just balancing and juggling all these other duties that we have. So as of right now, we are just now spreading out to different social medias like YouTube, Twitter. I guess we have Twitter, Telegram. Yeah, that pretty much covers everything.
Well, I would like to say I think it's brilliant that you're doing this and that you're really trying as a community to move back up again, because it is like a rise from the dead, as you said. It's never seen before, I think, either in crypto space. So it's everyone is following it very carefully and excited maybe to see where it goes. And yeah, I think sometimes you say like all what is it called in English? When stuff happens, when you're told about your product, if it's good or bad, everything is good because it raises awareness, it raises people's mind to see it, and then you can just come out from the woodwork and boom, show them the great user case and stuff like that, and then everyone knows about it already.
Yeah,
if you understand what I mean. Sorry, my English
no, absolutely.
is lacking some words sometimes.
Yeah, something that Terra Classic's got or LUNC's got is we've got this. I know we've spoken about it a few times, but we've got this massive community. I've sometimes used it as a bit of an analogy of you've kind of got like a trading state where you've got massive amount of customers. They're just waiting for the shops to come. And most of the shops are still there. There's just closed down because somebody told them that the trading state was dead. But it ain't dead because we've brought it back to life. We've got the electric, gas and everything connected. And the customers are knocking on the door saying, let us in. And, there's not enough shops for them. Now, normally in business, it's completely the way around, isn't it? You're doing everything you can to attract customers. Here, the customers are saying, come on, I want to spend my money. So, it's an absolutely unique environment.
Yeah, very good. Well, guys, it has been lovely to have you here. Time flies when you have fun, and I'm sure we could talk another hour, but I'm also sure that you have somewhere else to be, probably. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, that we didn't take any live questions, but you have the chance to write to me and ask your questions, and I'm sure you can go to their socials and ask questions as well. Yeah, lovely to have you here, Rex, and Vegas. Thank you so much for coming, guys.
Yeah,
no, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. If you guys do want to know more, just please reach out to us. We're always on Discord, for me at least, or just through Twitter. We'd be happy to we're more than happy to give you answer all your questions there.
So are you called Rex, and Vegas over there as well?
Yeah,
we're all over here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But,
well, I'll give you the last minutes, guys, to have closing statements if you would like. So
I'm going to be very quick on this. Like Rexaro was saying, that if someone wants to reach the team, if they want to work with us as a volunteer, we always welcome new developers, people with some business backgrounds, marketing backgrounds, or even a general community that wants to support the Luna Classic in some kind of way. On Terra Rebels, the Discord, yeah, this is just remember that this is a community effort, and this is on the hands of the community, not just in the hands of some. Staking, distributing the network power is important. Distributing the voting power is important. Supporting the ones that are supporting us is a very important thing as well, like the third parties that we see that are supporting LUNC is very important as well. And some protocols that are supporting us as well, and some sexes that are supporting us as well. That is important to support them back. Everyone knows what I mean with that, but yeah. But thank you for having us. I believe that is important to raise awareness on what this big community of Luna Classic is doing, and what we are trying to do as well to support this amazing and huge community that was never seen before on crypto. And I believe that together we can make history. Thank you guys for having me here.
Thank you, Vegas. Any Rex, last words?
I mean, I guess this is my very first AMA, so I'm sorry that I wasn't very informative on a few things. But if you do have any more questions, just as your community, just please come over to our Discord or reach out to us on Twitter or whatever platforms we're currently on. We'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Just to fill you guys in on what we did in the past, leading up to now, what we're currently working on. I don't think we have enough time within this AMA to, fully explain everything that's going on. But we'll be more than happy to have you over our Discord, and so we could talk more about it.
I think you did well, Rex.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Me too, mate. Me too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish I can speak like you, mate.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess how I'd kind of finish is there's only a finite amount of us within Terra Rebels, but within the community, compared to that, it's virtually infinite. So in terms of the voices that we have, I think we can all contribute to helping Luna Classic become successful in terms of where people set about creating FUD. Just address it, and I usually address it with positivity, and ensure that the actual story behind what's occurring is kind of passed out throughout the community and beyond, so that we can all take part in this success. So that would be my kind of a ending, if you like, to this.
Thank you, Rex. Yeah, it was certainly not the community of Luna's fault that everything happened. I guess it was some other forces working. And well, I would love to have you back, guys, at some point with some updates, because I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are carefully and excited. It's excitingly looking forward to see where this can go. And as you said, one of you or some of you, this is new. It has never happened before. So it's well, you're making history here, I think. So well done, guys.
All are, aren't
thank
we?
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So have a nice wherever you are, guys. I don't know your time zones, so.
Thank you.
Weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Guys. See you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.